Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Laid Back Trader with me, Mark. Right, well, as you may have guessed by the thumbnail for this video, I have had a pretty shocking month. I've put myself in an extremely big drawdown, and yeah, it does not feel good, people. But I said that I would be updating you on the good, the bad, and the ugly, and this is the bad and the ugly in full force, no remorse. So, what happened? I'll explain what happened first, and then I'll show you the most depressing graph you've ever seen in your life. Basically, I had 3 good months of profitable trading with my live account, my live £140,000 account with FTMO. And then I started to think that I was a bit of a baller, which I'm clearly not. But I took that psychological mindset and I was just thinking, right, you missed out. Last month you did, £3.5 grand. That's fantastic. Let's see if we can get you 10, 15, maybe 20 grand. And what's the easiest way to do that? Is to start upping your lot sizes. I picked a bad month to do it because there's been a lot of volatility anyway, but I'm not going to blame the volatility. I'll show you what I mean by the volatility. I use the currency indexes, the world currency unit indexes for particular currencies that I'm looking to trade. I look for structure on there. They've been a bit wild, but that's not why I'm in this huge hole. All of it is down to my psychology, and I lost the plot, basically. But yes, so the quickest way to do it in my head was like, right, okay, let's up the lot sizes. Let's trade 30, 40, in some instances, even 50 lots, which is terrifying. And what did that cause? That caused me to move out of my comfort zone and not be comfortable with the amount of money that I was risking. So I started to tighten my stop loss. This is a classic mistake. I'm sure there's lots of people out there who've made it. But yeah, so just making my stop losses really tight so I don't lose too much money. Looking at it going, I can't have a £2,500 stop loss. I'll move it down to here, 1,500. That's just over 1%. I can live with that. And invariably it goes against me, gets stopped out. Sometimes it would go back the direction I thought it was going. Sometimes it would continue going back up, such as life in trading. But yeah, I just lost it. I like to think of myself as a sort of calm guy in life and in trading, not letting my emotions get the best of me. But there were moments this month where I felt physically sick. I was just like, you've completely blown this up. You're an idiot. Felt really bad about myself, and that is what comes sometimes. We shouldn't do. We should always be in control of our emotions. We should never let trading, affect our personal lives. But yeah, I did. I had a couple of days where I just thought, oh, do you know what? This is the darkest moment in my trading career. Since then I've had a word with myself. I've dug myself a little bit out of the drawdown. But yeah, and I'm viewing this as a positive, and I'll explain why. But first, let me show you this equity curve. So if I click into my metrics area, by the way, I'm blurring out. This time I'm blurring out my login number, simply because I'm going to have this account for a while. Normally I'm telling you about an account that's finished for the month and done the profit share, so I get a new one. But I've heard horror stories about people hacking into FTMO accounts because if they get that account number. So that's why that's blurred out. So let's have a look at this. Boom. I don't think that really needs much explaining, really, does it? It's just started off in a drawdown. I thought, oh, classic me. Then I came back out of it, went a couple of £100 up, I think. Came back down again, came back up, then went full force, no remorse, on tilt, emotional wreck trading. And I took it all the way down to minus £11,258.16. Now that is pretty bad, considering on this account I'm only ever allowed to lose £14,000. So I am, at this point, dangerously close to losing the account. This is when I had to step back. I stepped back. I had a couple of days off, which I'm very glad I did. And I said, right, what are we going to do about this? There's two options that you feel like you have when you're in this situation. One of them is not really a good option at all. One of them, and it crosses your mind, you think, why don't I just find a really good trade, whack a huge lot size on it, risk all of the equity that I have left, and then if it goes my way, I'll be out of the drawdown in one hit. It will take away the pain. Everybody's a winner, and if it goes against me, I'll lose the account, but that's okay. I can do it again. I know that I can eventually do the challenge and the verification again and get another account. Now, that is not the option to go for. That is so dangerous. Option two is, right, let's trade really carefully. Let's massively reduce our lot sizes. Only risk maybe 100, 150 pounds a trade to make £500-600, and then slowly claw it back up. That's the way to go. That's what you should be doing. You should put yourself, and then when you get to a position where you're sort of, you have a bit more money to play with, maybe you're only minus £5,000 down, then you can start upping your lot sizes and dig yourself out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm certainly not going to take option A. But option A definitely crossed my mind, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. You can never underestimate the power of the market to influence your psychology, because I turned into a gambler, and I was genuinely considering putting this trade on gold and putting 20 lots on gold, which is huge on gold, across gold US dollar. And I thought, and then so what I did is I said, right, okay, to make myself feel better, I'll go onto a demo account, I'll put the trade on with the same lot sizes, and I'll see if it plays out. It's pointless and it's bad if anything, because if it goes with you, then it'll make you feel like you should have done it, and that's not the right message either. Anyway, so I did that, and it went immediately against me in about 10 minutes, and that would have been my account game over. The reason you don't want to do that in this situation with FTMO, and this is what the rationale that I used, is simply because if you lose your account and take that mentality, then you've got to do a challenge and you've got to do a verification. So instead of having to get out of an £11,000 hole, so only make £11,000, you have to make £14,000 plus the 7 for the verification. That's 21 grand. And that's going to take you months, literally. This may take me a month and a half, 2 months to get out of, but digging myself out of, a 21, having to do the 21,000 again. No thanks. So we're going to be sensible. We're going to dig ourselves out. I want this to be reassuring for people. I want people to see this video and go, okay, cool. It happens to, not that I'm a great trader, but it's just this. When this happens that other people are going through this pain. That's what I want you to be getting out of this video. And I kind of want you to not make the same mistake. Well, I do want you to not make the same mistake. Stay profitable, stay within your comfort zone when it comes to your risk, because the moment you risk too much, it plays with your emotions will get the better of you, and that's when you start to trade really badly. And that's what I was doing. I was trading really badly, and then started revenge trading. I think I lost about 1,500 quid on a gold trade after a news event. So big new US news came out, went against me, and then it started to go up, and it was 15 minutes after the news event had come out. Gold was at its huge peak, and I thought, right, okay, this is an overreaction. I'm going to fade this. So for those of you who don't know, fading a news event is assuming that the market has overreacted in whichever direction, and that it will come back. There has to become some sort of pullback to where it was originally. And I did that, and gold just kept going. It kept on going and going, and I think I lost another 1,500 or 1,700 or something like that. I think that would probably account for this huge drop here from 6,000 minus 6,000 to 9,000. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I was doing crazy things. I was trading outside of my plan. I was going on hunches. It was a complete mess, basically. But it's humbling and it's a lesson. And I've been in drawdowns before, and actually those drawdowns which were horrible at the time, they've now served. They're now serving me as like confidence builders. I look at it and go, I've been in a $7 grand drawdown. I can get out of this one. You know, I've been in a $5 grand drawdown and I got out of that. So use them as an opportunity to build your confidence, because if you can get out of this, I guarantee you psychologically, you're going to be stronger moving forward. If you know you are capable of getting out of these holes, then you are going to be a better trader moving forward. So yeah, cool. Really quickly, I'll show you what I mean by the indexes, but again, I'm not using this as an excuse. This is let's put it to the hourly. So this is the CAD index, for example. Bear in mind, I chart up on the indexes. This is just Canadian dollar. It's the World Currency Unit Index on TradingView. And I see where it's forming structures. I see where, and you can see all my previous annotations here. Sorry, it's a bit of a mess. Oh God, OCD's kicking in. I need to delete a load of this stuff. But anyway, I would build the structures here, and then I'd be able to say, right, okay, if I'm selling Canadian dollar against cross with the Japanese yen, I'm looking for a drop in the Canadian dollar. Well, has it formed a structure like here, for example, formed a lovely uptrend? Okay, cool. We got a break and then a retest, and then it broke down. That informs me. This tells me. Oh, we've got an alert. This informs me that I'm right. I'm okay to sell CAD JPY, because I can see the confirmation is on the index that CAD is dropping, and at that particular time I think that Japanese yen was rising. Perfect time to do that. But unfortunately, for over a month, we've had this. Look at the state of this. This is what's been going on the indexes, making it incredibly, well, it's impossible. There's no structure. There's nothing that you can really do about this. This is just huge random moves, massive moves on a sort of, these are happening every sort of 15 minutes. It was 1 minute it was up here, next minute it was down here. It's absolutely crazy. Swiss franc, again, the same. The only index that didn't really do this was the dollar index. The dollar index has remained exactly as normal. But yes, but that's not an excuse. I don't want to use that as an excuse. It was all in my mind. Please learn from this. Please, if anything, if you're in a drawdown, just watch this, and just watch it over and over again if it makes you feel better. I want this to provide comfort for people. We will get out of this. We will get out of this together. I will be documenting this. I'm going to try and make more videos. I feel like I don't do them enough for you guys. I really, really appreciate the comments that you guys send me. I try and reply to all of them, and the subscriptions as well. So you guys subscribing, I'm nearly on 300, which is absolutely amazing, and it really encourages me. But my thought process is, if I was following me, I would want to see more regular updates. I follow people on YouTube, and then I'm waiting for them to update because I'm so, I want to see them doing really well, or just see how they're getting on. And if you don't hear from them for a month and a half, it's kind of annoying. You're just like, please just keep uploading the content. So I'm going to do my best for you guys to do that. Yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of that crazy stuff. Don't worry if you don't want to. But yeah, cool. All right. That's me rambling. Nearly been 15 minutes. We'll get out of this. We'll get out of this together. This is not the end of the world. We can do this. Lower the lot sizes, incremental gains. And then once we've got enough equity, we can start trading big again. All right, everybody. Take it easy. And if it's easy, take it.